What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all the video. We're going to talk about Jonas Valanciunas, a guy that I made a breakdown that you guys are still watching to this day. With him going to the Grizzlies, I felt like that was a good move because it gave him an opportunity to show more of himself because, you know, he couldn't do it in Toronto. Toronto just wouldn't allow Jonas to touch the ball. He was more of a role player on that team. He just had to do rebounding and knock down some shots every once in a while. He didn't really get the most minutes. He didn't really get the touches. He wasn't really able to show who he really is and show what he can really bring to the table because they didn't need him to. They played a lot of ball with Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, who they got all the shots and he had to fit around them. He couldn't really play his game and really become who he was able to become in Memphis. I feel like it was a great trade for Jonas Valanciunas because it allowed him to show the world what he can do. And even though he isn't one of the best players in the world, he showed that he can be a productive player, and it showed that he can post up, he can knock down mid-range, he can possibly knock down threes. This guy averaged 19.9 points a game, 45% from the field, 27% from three, which he only took less than 1 3 a game, so that doesn't really matter. And he gave you 76 from the free throw line. He had seasons where he shot 80% from the free throw line, so I can see him getting back to that. He gave you 10 rebounds and 2 assists with 1 block. So in the 19 games that he played, 17 of those games he started, and he gave you 27.7 minutes. And in Toronto, before he got traded, he only played 30 games with Toronto and started 10 of them, and he only gave them 18 minutes a game. And if you look at his whole entire career with Toronto, the highest minutes he ever got was 28.2, and that was in his sophomore season. And he almost did that in 1 season in Memphis. And that's what I'm saying. He only got, playing with Toronto, the most shots he ever got per game was only 8. And Memphis, playing the 19 games, he shot 14.7 shots a game. They needed him more. They relied on him more, and he had more opportunity to showcase what he can do and what he brings to the table. And I feel like that's important. If you're already getting paid and you're already on the team with Serge, with Siakam, and with all these bigs, you ain't going to get the opportunity because they don't need you as much as another team would. So Memphis needs somebody that's loyal. They need somebody that's committed. They need somebody that wants to be there. And that's why I liked it, this trade. I liked it because Jonas was loyal to Toronto. He never asked for a trade. He never complained. He just went out there and did what the team and the coaches needed him to do. And they ended up trading him for Marc Gasol, which was smart for them because they was in contention. Jonas is not a great three-point shooter. He doesn't attempt threes. Marc Gasol was able to stretch out that floor. He was able to be a better team defender in Toronto. It was more of a win-now move for Toronto. Let's get rid of Jonas. He's been banged up. He's been injured. Let's get a guy that can be a better fit for this team going forward. And they ended up going with Marc Gasol, who really did help and fit the way they thought he would, locking up Vucevic in the playoffs and even holding Joel Embiid to a low field goal percentage and even knocking down shots and spacing the floor and being able to guard multiple positions against the Bucks. And then he even had a couple games that he did very well against the Golden State Warriors. So I think the trade worked out for both. The Memphis Grizzlies get somebody loyal, committed, that can really come in, fit around the age group that the team is going, rebound, hustle, dominate the inside, and really get more opportunity to showcase who he really is, which is a guy that can knock down the mid-range, a guy that can post up and get to the free throw line, left, right hooks, even dunk every once in a while, a guy that can set hard screens and give space to guys like Ja Morant and give space to guys like Jaren Jackson, who likes to play on the perimeter but doesn't like to rebound. That gives him opportunity to clean up that area where Jaren Jackson hasn't been so great at. So this trade to me made sense for both teams because Toronto trying to win now while they got Kawhi Leonard, which was exactly what happened. They won the title, and Memphis is trying to rebuild and try to get an asset back for losing Marc Gasol, who was going to walk anyway. And now they was able to get a guy that's right now signing an extension to stay there. So you make the trade, you see what he can bring to the table, you see how he fits because he played 19 games with you, and then you offer him the 3-year extension for $45 million, which isn't really that much money, to be honest, for a guy like Jonas. But he stays. He could have left. He could have went anywhere, but he agreed to a term without even mulling offers, and now he's going to be there long term for another 3 more seasons. So it worked out for the Grizzlies, and I feel like he played fantastic. He played with a motor. He was really going. He really played like he had something to prove. He really played like he was unleashed. He had the chains off of him, and I love watching him play this whole entire season, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays with a guy like Ja Morant, who's more faster and more explosive and more pass happy than a guy like Mike Conley, who does pass, but he's more of a scoring point guard, even though he did fit well with him too. This is going to be the team who's going to be around for a couple more years. And I think this will really help Ja Morant, giving him somebody he can always lob it to, somebody he can always dump it off to, and somebody that can knock down mid-range for him for a couple years. And, Jonas might even start attempting 1 or 2 threes in the future, which could possibly give more floor spacing as, like I said before, Jaren Jackson and him can shoot threes. Plus, they added some shooters to this team, which they still can because they got a little bit more cap space left. And if they do, this team could be a very fun team to watch, a very competitive team, and a team that if you miss them, you ain't going to complain, but if you see them, you get to see what they can be in the future, and you can see what Ja Morant really can do. So it's an exciting time for Memphis. They go in a different direction. No more grit and grind. No more grindhouse. They going to go for more of a pace and space team, which is now the modern day NBA. And that's where the NBA has been going. And that's where it's at right now. So I like this trade for both teams. And now that Marc Gasol opted into his contract, and now that, Jonas signed his 3-year extension, it showed you that both teams possibly made the best move for their current situation in the current direction that they're going in. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You don't want to lose a trade. You really want to go out there and get the best talent available and get the best assets for your situation. And I feel like both teams was able to accomplish that. So I'm looking forward to this year of Jonas Valanciunas playing 70, 60 to 82 games and really going out there and showing what he's really made of in the full season, not just in 19 game span. Can he really be a 20-10 guy for an entire season? Can he play at an all-star level for an entire season? Can he stay healthy, getting more minutes and more touches for an 82-game season? Those are questions that he still has to answer. Those are questions that I still want to see. And at the end of the day, we'll see if he can do these things in his up-and-coming season. But I like the direction they're going in. I like this cheap, affordable deal for a player that shows that he can produce. And I feel like this is the deal that Memphis needed, and they're going in the right direction. Now we're just going to see if they can make it to the playoffs again, and they haven't been there in a couple years. And the next 2 years, that's going to be their goal, to rebuild this team, retool it a little bit, and try to go back to making the playoffs with Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson as their future. So it looks exciting, it looks fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. So let me know what you guys think. Was Jonas Valanciunas, Marc Gasol trade an underrated trade? Was it a fair trade? Who you think lost the trade? And do you think Jonas Valanciunas is worth 3 years, $45 million? To me, that's a bargain. I think he was worth more than that. But if that's the deal he agrees to, that's the deal he wants, and that's what the deal that they both came to terms with. How can I complain? That's the deal you signed, and that's the deal you got, and you wanted it. So it's a win-win for Toronto, win-win for Jonas. He got the commitment. They got a player that wants to stay committed and can produce for that type of contract. And honestly and truthfully, the fans get a chance to see a very fun and exciting team that's up and coming that really can be something special, especially if they can all stay healthy, which we won't know until the season ends. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm gone, Quinn Wade, Quindy Dub 20, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link be in the description, comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that likes the videos. Thanks for everybody that comments. I like the activity that you guys have shown. I answered comments that make sense, if that makes sense. And also, at the end of the day, if you like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies. I break down players. I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. I'm gone.